Dr. Maureen Adair in Austin called out the state after she witnessed children raping other children and being trafficked at Texas Youth Commission. Nobody went to jail. It continues today. It's unbelievable. It doesn't it blow your mind? Because most people, first of all, won't believe it. And yet, it's true. And there's been other people that have whistleblown about what is going on. I've said the state is the worst guardian ever, and because it's all tied to the federal. But it's the amount of people that have to go along with that that's really disgusting to me. Because in order to do that on such a wide scale, think of the amount of people that have to look the other way or pretend like it's not happening or just say that's not my problem. That, I think, to me, just my opinion, that's one of the biggest problems we have in the world, is the people that excuse the fact that they should stand up and do the right thing. They excuse it away. And usually they'll excuse it away because of a paycheck. It's the truth. I mean, everybody's done it, so it's not like I'm trying to shame anybody. Everybody's been put in those positions. People have families, all of that. But when that happens, what becomes the norm overall, the norm is to just look away. That's not my problem. Then what you will end up having is a globalized system that now thinks that nobody can touch them. And now we've helped no one. Now we have a healthcare system, most especially in psych, that there's so many things you can do to help in psych. They do not want, these people that are running healthcare, they do not want to help psych patients. They don't. I'm sad to say that I'm somebody that wants to help. Am I saying I'm a know-it-all? I'm not a know-it-all. I'm just saying there's some simple things, yet everything the experts do, everything the administrators do, everything the chief nursing officers go along with always seems to make things worse. There's too many times where I see they do not want it to get better. And then you look at the track record, it's like, well, of course they don't really want to help people. It's all about money to them. So there's a problem there. I can put myself in someone else's shoes pretty easily. The people I can't really put myself in the shoes of is usually the people with no conscience. Like, I can understand it out, from an outside view, but it's one where I can't put myself in that person's shoes because I'm not able to do that. So it's to ignore so many workers in your healthcare system that say we need more staff, and you make excuses, and then everybody down the chain makes excuses, shows that there's no integrity, there's no class, there's no dignity, and there's certainly not about doing the right thing. Everybody just wants to say, well, the CEOs know best, the administrators know best. No, they don't. No, they don't. They don't know how to do the right thing. So anybody that's in that type of leadership that does not know how to do the right thing, anybody that thinks that bringing computers in and removing more healthcare workers is good for healthcare is a menace to society. Many of these people literally are a danger to society. I mean, think about it, most especially in mental health. You have somebody that has a mental health crisis, they go into your facility to get help, to get care. And it's not that the staff, everybody wants to say it's the staff. No, yes, you have staff problems. The reason it leads to problems is because there's not enough staff. But there's many patients that commit violence against staff members. I mean, horrible violence. All of that falls on those, if we're going to talk about leadership, this is why I have no respect for Becker's Healthcare. I have no respect for Wharton's or any of your universities, okay? I just don't, because their idea of leadership is people that don't even hold themselves accountable. UHS and Acadia, if their leadership was that of an upstanding character, of somebody with integrity and dignity, then they would take responsibility and change their ways. They never do. Because they get away with it all the time, because more people will go along with the diseased system instead of pushing back and trying to make the system be on the right track. They get worse over time. But the amount of people under these CEOs, staff and patients that have suffered physically, mentally, their employees, their patients, it is criminal. I don't give a shit how much money they have in their bank account. I don't give a shit how protected they are. Judgment will come to them. Even if this world and their globalized system protects them so much, I will bet you that will all come tumbling down on them. And then they will be regretting the day that they chose over and over and over and over again to go along with things that put people in danger. Taking restraints out of a mental health system is not good care, because then it means when somebody's out of control, staff has to hold them. That's the reason mechanical restraints came in to become a thing. I mean, you can go and look. Yes, psych has a horrible history, right, in the 50s, 40s. But restraints really are because staff, it gets too tiresome to hold somebody that's out of control and that's hurting others or hurting you. That's what restraints are used for. There's a strict protocol. They're still used in the main hospitals, but the freestanding psych facilities got rid of them. Why did the CEOs do that? Why did chief nursing officers go along with that? Because they're going to believe the bullshit that says this is the best care. It's the worst thing they've ever done in psych. Worst thing they've ever done. And then they have like seclusion. You can put somebody in seclusion with a doctor's order, except that empty room is not padded. So if somebody's violent or trying to hurt themselves, they're just going to be banging their head on the wall. So it makes no sense. There's no common sense to any of it. They are setting patients and staff up to get hurt. And everybody goes along with it because it's never going to change. Well, I'm saying no, it's going to change. Because in all reality, when somebody's a danger to society, I'm psych nurse. There's people that are brought in all the time because they are a danger to society. Somebody involuntarily commits them. Usually they're just committed based on the state for an evaluation, and then the social worker or doctor or psychiatrist determines whether they need to be inpatient. But all of these CEOs that are running these psychiatric facilities and their administrators, they should involuntary committed because of all of the abuse that's happened. But they get away with it. It's okay that for them to be a danger to society, right? Because they've removed themselves. They say, I'm a business person. I don't have a license. That's why they never suffer any consequences. Those same bastards will throw every nurse, every doctor. They don't care who they have to throw under the bus. That's what Wharton's healthcare club has created. Just low character, horrible snakes. And it may sound like I'm being extreme. No, UHS has been they've been in Illinois forever, since the 70s. Every single one of their sites has come under fire. I know, like, back when I first started, like 80% of the staff left one hospital to come where I was at. It was at my first nursing job. That's how bad it was at one of their hospitals. That was back when they had restraints. Because they will not provide the staff necessary. There is no security. So when you have no security and you have no staff, then how are they so stupid not to realize that people will get hurt? They know they will get hurt. They want them to get hurt. I mean, that's what you can't tell me these people are that stupid. You could say they don't care. No, I think they deliberately want people to get hurt. Because how can it go on for decades like this and they never change their ways? Because they're wicked-minded. It's as simple as that. And when somebody's a danger to society, something should be done about that. But because they're billionaires, they get away with it. Well, that needs to change and will.